This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on a Thursday. Ooh. Thank you, Bodie, for that pause. You gave me the look, and I think I got it right. Bobby, how are you this morning? Oh, sorry.
I'm doing good. No,
right.
Sorry about what?
No, it's like I said it before the mic was right in front of you, and I didn't
reading through some emails.
There's some stuff.
Yeah, reading through the Ohio State hoops press release from last night. I'll tell you this. It's the first basketball game this year that I probably watched 30-plus game minutes of.
Yeah.
And I started watching it when I got back from my son's practice, and I was eating. I'm like, oh, did I get the Olympics on? I go, well, the Buckeyes are on, too. So we did split screen, and I mean, there was some times where they were up by 10. I'm like, okay, it's feeling good, and then it got a little tight, but ended up pulling it out, and I felt really good about it, optimistic, hoping they make the tournament.
Why? Bob, it'd be better if they – okay, no, we're not going to do that. We'll do it the next segment. Look, there are a lot of days, Bob, we come in here, especially like after post-football season, which is where we're at now. We're in post-football season. When I come in, I think, you know what? I think this date in history will be long because then the second segment will be a little shorter. Today, I hope this date in history, I hope not a lot of crap happened today. I hope there wasn't a lot of history today because we got a big second segment we're going to get into about some stuff that has been said about this Ohio State basketball team. And Bobby and I and Bodie, I think we all have pretty strong opinions how we feel about that. So stick around for that. By the way, Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin. 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. Download the show anytime. Catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Also live on Facebook and Twitter. We've got a banger of a second hour. Great first hour, too. Banger of a second hour. Albert Breer is going to join us around 7:03. We'll have John Gerber, our golf betting expert, on around 7:25, talking about Pebble Beach and the AT&T getting started there today. Ya Highness will join us around 7:37. We'll get into what's got you juiced after that. We're going to have to change that to something with in regards to what Ya Highness likes to partake in. We'll talk about that, though, off the air in a show meeting. Morning Juice, again, sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin. Bobby, let's just dive right in. You doing a good day, Bob? You doing well? It's a good day.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
All right, I feel like I have to ask you, though. Bodie, you're having a good day today? You feel good?
Day above is always better than a day below, Tito.
There we go. Rather be above than below the ground. Yes. Bob, let's do Today in History.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Carp, work your magic.
I don't know if it's any magic I'll be working here, but we'll do our very best to see what we can do and help educate you, Thitoff.
Thank you.
It is Thursday, February 12th, the 43rd day of the year, 322 days remaining in this 2026. This date's 1733. James Oglethorpe founds the 13th colony in the United States. Well, in America at that point in time. I don't know if it wasn't the United States. By settling of Savannah, he founded the state or future colony / state of Georgia. The state 1855, Michigan State is founded. 1876, Al Spalding opens up his sporting goods shop and taking that thing worldwide with all of his sports paraphernalia and sports equipment that they sell for a variety of sports now. 1879, the first artificial ice rink is built inside of Madison Square Garden in New York City. How about that? Able to chill it down. I don't know if they just opened the doors back then or what they did. 1909, the founding of the NAACP. 1938, German troops enter Austria as Hitler begins to, start his little foothold in Europe right there. And then 1955, the McGuire sisters with the #1 hit, Sincerely.
Oh, yes, sincerely.
So really, I can't do it. Voice isn't there yet.
'Cause I love you.
The fact that was a #1 song is amazing.
Also, they were juicing.
I don't know what that means.
They were on steroids, Bob.
Okay.
The McGuire sisters.
Is that a reference to Mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Even though it's spelled differently.
That was average at best.
Look, it fails. So, Bob, not everything's going to be a home run.
That wasn't even a hit. There's no contact made.
I swung though.
I know. I don't know about that. That was
swung.
That was strike 3 looking right there.
Okay, that's fine. Love you too.
1972. Let's Stay Together by, my goodness, Al Green.
Al Green, yeah.
Yeah, hits number 1. Oh yeah.
This is a banger, man.
I didn't know that this was the name of this song. This is in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, was it? Loving you. I gotta watch that movie
I
sometime.
don't care if it's good or bad, happy or sad. That is a good one. 1977, A Star Is Born, the soundtrack by Barbra Streisand, hits number 1.
Our love would grow. Love, ageless and evergreen.
Evergreen. It's the name of that song.
Is it? There
Yeah,
you go.
Evergreen's name
Is that a banger for you, Thitoff?
You know, it was in the 70s, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if was Barbra Streisand in the second edition of A Star Is Born.
I don't know if I don't know if she was or not. I don't know if she. I don't know if she was in that one.
Well, she was at what number? They've made 4 of them.
Have they really?
Yeah, the one this year was the 4th one.
I didn't know that. I'm not sure.
Or not this year. The one in 2012 or whenever. I saw it like last year, 2 years ago.
Wasn't she also in the second Fockers movie? Wasn't she the
yeah,
mom?
But I'm talking.
I know.
They made remakes of this. How was that even?
Oh, I know. No, I'm just saying. That's
That's
what I
not
thought.
even
When you started
relevant.
saying the second, I was thinking that's the first thing that came to my mind was the Fockers.
They've made more iterations,
Yes.
not a sequel.
I understand. Yeah, I don't
You understand what the difference of a remake? Like they're bringing. There's a new Highlander coming out. It's not like another edition of the Highlander.
I got you.
Understand?
I'm just saying. When you first said second, I started to think Fockers. Where you normally go on these. On this show, we normally we lean more Fockers than we do.
Yes.
Than we do.
Her husband is Bill Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Yes.
They're both
Tootsie.
Let's see. I don't know what that means.
That's a movie called Tootsie. Dustin Hoffman played a woman.
Oh, there you go.
What about Rain Man?
Exactly.
He was a man. Rain woman.
This date, 1982, Gretzky scores his 153rd point, tying an NHL record. I can't believe. Did you not find anything on that? Like, is that
There's a bunch in there, but yesterday's one that we touched on, and today's was not in
probably
there.
broke his own record 3 or 4 times. That's
Yeah.
why. But don't worry. 1995, Van Halen scores its first number 1 album with Balance. Oh, what a banger!
Yes.
I love Van Halen. They're good.
Van Halen or Van Hagar? Which one did you love more?
Van Halen more.
Really?
1995, same date, Bonnie Blair sets a world record in the 500-meter speed skating with a time of 38:69. And then on this date, 1999, Bill Clinton is acquitted in his impeachment hearing by the United States Senate.
Now that the Senate has fulfilled its constitutional responsibility,
Going back to work.
bringing this process to a conclusion, I want to say again to the American people how profoundly sorry I am for what I said and did to trigger these events and the great burden they have imposed on the Congress and on the American people. This can be, and this must be, a time of reconciliation and renewal for America.
I love it. Some birthdays today. Born on this date, 1809, the only president of the United States to hunt vampires,
Oh,
Abraham Lincoln. He's the only president, I believe, in the 1800s that's also listed in the Epstein files because Abe Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, is like a movie or something that people are watching on
16? What
Yeah.
number?
Yeah,
yes.
16.
Nice. Good job, too.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if that's a good job.
I'm taking
I'd
off.
say.
Good night, everybody. I'm done.
There's a handful. Like,
Fine job.
Come on now, Bob.
if you've got a monument, I'd hope that we know your name. Okay?
Listen, it's more relative to expectations.
That is true.
If I walked home today and my dog was sweeping the carpet, I'd be like, that's a pretty good job, If
I woke up to this morning, my head's sewn to the carpet.
Now it feels like you guys are mocking me a little bit, but that's okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna carry this victory. I'm gonna eat that
Absolutely.
W.
Absolutely. When Ohio State beats Ball State next year, tell Ryan Day this is why they pay you the big bucks.
That's what it is.
All
Yes.
right?
Great
Yes.
job.
Forget that
Coach.
Texas game the week before. This is the one we brought you in here for. We're on this date, 1917. 7-time Major League All-Star, unfortunately never won a pennant. His brother is a little more famous than him, dating starlets and living in the Big Apple. He was up in Beantown,
it
Mr.
was
Dom DiMaggio. Yeah, crazy. I mean, 7-time All-Star, and
Right.
dude, you can't even get a sniff. No, nobody even knows about him.
I didn't even know Joe had a brother.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did.
So.
Yeah, he was up there and played with, what's his name?
He played with Jimmy Fox. He
Jimmy
played with
Fox, but who was the hit?
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams.
Yes.
Like, dude, they had a really good team.
Yeah.
He did.
Just couldn't beat the Yankees.
He's the Andrew Ridgely of baseball.
He is. I don't even know. He's 7-time All-Star, man.
I understand, but there weren't a lot of teams back then. It was easy to be an all-star.
Born on this date, 1934, passed away 4 years ago. It seems like it was just last year. The 11-time champ, the 12-time All-Star, the 5-time MVP, Mr. Bill Russell.
I know it's hard to say what's in your mind right now, Bill, and it must have been a great win.
Well, this is such a great bunch of guys, and it's just been so fabulous the way they played for me. And it sounds all corny, to start talking like that, but I told these guys before the game, I don't care what happens, I wouldn't trade you guys for any guys in the world.
That was fairly obvious, but the leadership has to come from you, Bill, and to bring a team from 4th place during the regular season to the world's title, the 11th title in 13 years, you've got the respect of everybody in the country.
Well, Jack, it's my guys. It's just my guys. These guys play ball for me, and they're such a great bunch of guys. I just can't say enough about the guys.
I wouldn't trade you for anybody in the world, Tito.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You hear that, Bob? That's love.
That is. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
I do think for love, Bob.
Turning 70 today, one of the only other guy in the barbershop scene, Mr. Arsenio Hall.
Pound for pound, Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest
Oh,
fighter ever
scissors you
lived.
got.
Oh, come on, man. What about Joe Louis?
The Brown Bomber. Now that was a great boxer.
You damn right.
I suppose nobody in here ever heard of Cassius Clay.
We got a point. Cassius Clay was a bad motherfucker. Hey, I ain't saying Clay ain't bad. I'm just saying I stopped liking Cassius Clay once he changed his name to Muhammad Ali. What kind of shit is that?
Wait a second. A man has the right to change his name to whatever he wants to change it to. And if a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, God damn it, this is a free country. You should respect his wishes and call the man Muhammad Ali.
His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
I tell you, I can't wait till the summer. And we could play longer movie clips and just let it eat up a segment because I would have listened to that for an hour.
It's really good. And the irony is that you have Eddie Murphy playing the Jewish guy who's defending him, switching his name to a Muslim name, which is that's the first time I ever really caught that, like in that order, because I'm not looking at it. You're just listening to it and hearing it. Turning 67 today, the 3-time All-Star, the legend. I like that you put senior on here just to make sure we delineate. You asked me, who? I'm like, Larry Nance Sr.
Oh.
Second opportunity, found Elo. Nance, 19 for Nance. The game tied at 55, and the Bulls call for time. Nice pass from Nance. Nance is on fire. He has 21.
So a huge game, and that was Game 6 there of the '92 Eastern Conference Finals. They did lose to the Chicago Bulls, and ultimately,
was it the Elo shot? The shot with Jordan's 92? Would that have been that? Might have been. Anyway,
I think that was
earlier.
That was 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't win the title.
No.
They just won that series, and they ran another series.
I think the Cavs, if I'm not mistaken, beat the Celtics the series before.
Right.
And Bird, I think that was his last game.
Bird played until 92.
So that was 92.
That might have been, yes. I'm sorry, that might have been, yes.
This is what I'm talking about.
That one. I thought about the
previous
other
series. I remember watching that, and my dad, he passed it to Reggie Lewis and gave him the last shot. My dad was like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
And he was like, "Well, he must have thought he was better." My dad said, "If the Cavs can beat the Celtics, they can beat the Bulls." He was because the Celtics are the only team that could beat the Bulls in my dad's expert basketball opinion.
Right.
In 1992.
Basketball Robert. The ABA had the dunk contest back when they were around the Jackie Moon days, but then the NBA instituted it like mid-'80s. They took it back, like they decided to do it in the first year they did it. Nance was a slam dunk champion, the first of the NBA iteration of it.
Yeah, the Cavs beat the Celts in 7 games in the second round, and that was Bird's final game.
Yeah.
That's why there's very few things I remember watching in my life, and not very few. You have like those people now called. We have to put a name on everything.
Right.
Core memories. And I remember sitting in the living room, and Reggie Lewis. I can tell you, I remember him watching, like attacking the hoop and trying a reverse layup, and just coming up a little short.
And then died.
He did die, but not after the shot on the court. But that was it for Bird, and I mean that was wild. And then, because they had Doherty, they had a good team. Price, they were a very good team.
Yeah, Nance, yeah.
And beat him in 7.
Williams.
I think the game was it in the Garden that they beat him? Did it say?
I clicked away there.
Richfield. You talking about the Cavs game?
Yeah.
It was Richfield Coliseum, wasn't it? Would it have been at that point, or would it have been?
I don't know if it was in Boston or Cleveland.
Oh, that one.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know if it was the Garden.
Game 7 was in Cleveland.
Oh, it was in Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was wild remembering that. I think I remember that all correctly. I was 9 years old, so quite a long time ago. That was before I got hit in the head a lot. Former Cowboys legend. We got a nice little day for Buddy. And
easy
now,
on the legend.
Listen.
That legend. 1 year was fun, though.
Hey, listen, just takes one. All right. Someone
Can't
said.
wait to hear this name.
Cowboys legend, now running backs coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. As of the announcement last night, was recently at Oklahoma. His alma mater, Mr. DeMarco Murray.
Only 18 rushing yards in this second half, but a big one by Murray. Inside the 20 and down to the 20-yard line for DeMarco Murray. Second down, back to Murray. Cuts it to the inside, and Murray to the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
Remembering regular season Cowboys games is not particularly fun because that means they haven't won a great handful of games in January and February that are memorable, but that was a great win in Seattle in 2014 when the Seahawks, they were coming off the Super Bowl title. Sean Lee had torn his ACL in the spring, and it was just like there is no this team is going to be so bad because they're not going to stop anybody. And thank God Romo stayed healthy that year. That was his final year of actually like playing and staying healthy. And DeMarco was so damn good. That offensive line was nasty.
They ran him into the ground that year. He had almost 400 carries.
You talking about 392 carries?
392 carries, 57 receptions.
Yeah.
And then he signed a big deal with Philadelphia after that.
But Jerry wouldn't pay him. And
right.
That's what Tony was like. Jerry kind of learned his lesson with Zeke, and they weren't going to give him a huge deal. And in all fairness, he did make one more Pro Bowl.
Yeah, with Tennessee.
With Tennessee and had 1,200 yards. Not quite the success with Philly, but I'm sure many had hoped.
Bob, the 392 and 57 catches. He also had 44 rushes and 27 receptions in the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 436 carries, and then another 57 and 27, 84 receptions.
He was third in the MVP voting.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
He won
that
Offensive Player of the Year.
And he, the Des Bryant catch game. Then he died. Well, eventually. The Des Cowboys-Packers game there in Lambeau in 2014, January of 2015.
I remember watching that in Dallas.
Oh, I remember watching it too, Bob, in my basement. I nearly snapped my own neck. But the Des Bryant, the catch that he absolutely caught the ball, gets a lot of attention, obviously. DeMarco had a fumble in the second half of that game that Dallas would have went up. He was gone. I mean, he was absolutely gone. And Peppers just reached, Julius Peppers, who, Hall of Famer in his own right, reached out and just knocked the ball out kind of from behind. He didn't, chase him down. Murray was, just about to run through the hole. And he was, it makes me sick talking about it, but he was gone. And, Dallas did so many things in that game to blow it. I mean, Dan Bailey missed a field goal, which he was money. Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like
Still
he's
makes
over
me
it.
sick.
Sounds like he's really moved on from it, Bobby.
It's all good.
No.
It's all
12
good.
years ago.
Yep.
I'll just start rooting for them to lose. That's what people say.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Let them really bottom out.
It's easier. It's easier
Lower
if they lose.
expectations. Be a true, let your Browns fandom just shower over everything.
Browns shower, not Yes, thank you. As long as the guest is on Browns.
Sean Watson.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Amber Heard.
I'm not talking about R. Kelly.
Some passings today. Passing on this date 2000, the Peanuts creator, Mr. Charles Schultz.
The dog's name is Snoopy. That's a pretty good name. We'll keep it. While you were talking to the man, I was looking through their records.
That sounds creepy.
Someone else
I wonder
bought
who said
this
the man
dog,
was this
but then
adjusted.
returned it. You got a used dog, Charlie Brown. Well, you're my dog now, Snoopy. I'll show you to your new home.
Dad had a dog named Snoopy. Got hit by a car and died.
Oh,
R.I.P.
fun story.
All right, yeah, that's.
Wait, what's got you juiced?
There's a little more to the story than that.
Okay.
That the reason I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll tell it later. No, it has nothing to do. There's a little bit more about his dog getting hit, but also passing away 1 year later, the legendary Cowboys coach, Mr. Tom Landry.
After nearly a quarter of a century, Tom Landry is still the only head coach the Dallas Cowboys have ever had. No one has penetrated the
Jerry said,
gunfighter
I'll change
stare,
that.
the grim face that makes him
dear.
look like a regional director of the FBI.
You can't argue with the numbers of our number one Cowboy. A professional sports record of 20 consecutive winning seasons. 10 times his Cowboys played in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, my.
5 trips to the Super Bowl and 2 World Championships.
Maybe in the last 30 years.
Tom Landry getting a ride off on the shoulders of his team. The Dallas Cowboys are the champions of the National Football League.
10 versus none.
It's pretty amazing.
It really is. You would think they would luck into one.
Just kind of stumble on in there.
Yeah, just like you just all of a sudden, wake up one year, you win 11, 12 games, and you're like, hey, we're playing in the last week of January. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Some holidays observances today. It is Georgia Day.
Nope.
It is Fat Thursday if you're a Catholic.
PH or F?
It's an F.
Okay.
Like Fat Tuesday, maybe they'll lead into it. It's
gonna
NAACP Day for the founding of the NAACP. National Giving Hearts Day, the second Thursday in February.
Giving hearts?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm saying you're talking about the surgical thing or just like giving out?
I don't say.
I got you.
But
So I can't give my heart, but I'm saying I could
Yeah, you
give.
could.
Well,
I'll cut it out of you.
okay.
Like
Content.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Content.
We only have minutes left. We got to harvest the organs. That's the next thing
That's
we
what
do.
gotta do. Content. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Number 16.
And those are your historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date. Thursday, February 12th, the 43rd day of the year, 322 days remaining in this 2026.
Well done as always, General. I could do a tease here.
Do you think Abraham Lincoln, when he was born, knew that he was destined to hunt vampires?
Do you know that, honestly, and people don't know this, he was born with the top hat. The birth was very, very difficult for the mom.
Sewn in there?
It was sewn in there. It was right there. It's the top hat there. Bob, the tease I had written down, I don't really want to read.
Why?
Because I'm
Why'd
trying
you
to be
write it down?
respectful.
Of who?
All right,
When does that ever stop you?
It does stop. It does stop. Bob, I am a PC guy. You don't think I'm a PC guy? You don't think I'm a PC guy?
I'll be honest, Tito. You're the only person I know who's been suspended twice from working here.
Once.
I thought it was twice.
Oh, I think the other one was Shark.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't try to put Sharks on me because he's not here. By the way, Ohio State beat you. Go ahead, Bob.
The older guys here. I mean,
Yes, that's fine.
they say some off-color things. You know,
You watch All in the
He was
Family.
just repeating what Stephen A. Smith said.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Ohio State beat USC last night, 89-82.
John Rocker over here
They
beside
played
me.
15 Virginia. That part hurt. Saturday at 8 o'clock. Cavs beat Washington 138-113. All-star break time. Number 8 Ohio State women host number 20 Maryland Sunday at 2. T-Bone's off as Rocker. We'll talk about that next. Rocker reference. Morning Juice.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and listen, I didn't start Awaken 180 on a whim. Actually, I thought about it, I looked at it, and then I decided, you know what? It's time. This wasn't about chasing a quick fix. It was about making a smart decision and actually committing to it. And the results, well, they simply backed it up. I'm down over 80 pounds, most of which was actually in free maintenance. And I did all that because I had a plan that was specifically built for me. Awaken 180 simplified everything. Once the structure was in place, the weight came off steadily without feeling miserable or deprived. That's when you realize motivation is not the key and that systems actually are. You don't need to hype yourself up every day. You need something that works when life gets busy and distractions pop up. That's why Awaken 180, it worked for me and it's going to work for you too. If you've been putting it off, waiting for the perfect time, don't. Make the decision, trust the process, and let it work. That's exactly what I did with Awaken 180. Online at awaken180weightloss.com. Again, online at awaken180weightloss.com.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, it's Bobby, it's Tito, it's Bodie. Sorry, Fish, I said it again. And Bob, okay, let me put it this way. I worked in the newspaper industry for the Columbus Dispatch for a lot of years. Back when you were banging.
Nope.
Reference.
Sure.
Look, when Ohio State football and basketball are good, it is good business for the media.
It's good for the economy.
Good for the economy. Yeah, great way to put it. Yes, Bob, it is good for the economy.
It's good for the kids.
There we go. It's good for the kids also. Scott's tots. But Bob, like I recognize that when Ohio State is playing meaningful games and our listenership is up, or in the Dispatch's realm, when readership is up, you can do things like I remember back when you guys were playing. There were like a lot of special sections came out during that 02 season. And then they sold national championship special section. And then they'd like recaps every game and like special sections. All that stuff was going on. People were making money because they sold advertising for it. I recognize that when Ohio State is good in football, men's basketball, and also women's basketball to a certain extent, though, it is good for media. It's good for business around here. What I'm about to say, though.
What's in it for me? Jeff
No. What's in it for us, Bob? WIIFU. Oh, us. I didn't mean, that's what the U was in that one.
Okay.
Okay, and the F was 4, just so I wouldn't understand. FOR. Anyway, yesterday, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. You can have your opinion. No, don't listen.
I tell my kids, I was like, that's just my opinion. You can have it, but it's wrong.
And
I'll tell you if it's right or if it's wrong.
We've talked about opinions we disagree with on the air.
Well, here's the thing. Anytime you have an opinion, you can say whatever you want. I go back and resort to my freshman English teacher, maybe sophomore. Which one was it?
In high school?
It's a DFR. You can have any opinion. We started writing opinion papers.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like a fact. Like don't just tell me about the situation. Tell me about an angle on the situation and then defend your opinion. But with that, you have to have DFR, details, facts, and reasons as to why. Well, this is better. Okay, now lay out why it's better, or this is worse. Lay out why, yeah, because this isn't. You're not because Stone Cold wasn't a thing yet, so you just couldn't put a picture of Stone Cold Austin 3:16 and said because I said Stone Cold said so. You had to lay out your argument as to why.
All right, Bodie, I want you to play what T-Bone said yesterday about Ohio State's men's basketball program.
We have to acknowledge it is not in the best interest of Ohio State basketball to make the NCAA tournament this year. Like, stop rooting for it. We don't want it. We don't need it. They need to miss the tournament because that's the only way things are ever going to change around here is if we finally acknowledge where this program is and what it is. And if we make the tournament through some sheer stroke of luck or because the computers love this craptastic team, I don't have any desire to watch Bruce go, 5 of 13 and watch Junie Mobley miss 8 threes and watch Christoph Tilly get fouled out with 10 minutes to go in the second half by a good team because that's what will happen if they make the NCAA tournament.
By a good team, by like one of the probably top, a first or second line team, which is what Michigan is going to be. Like they're going to be one of the top.
They'll be a
seeds.
Top 8 seed, top 4 in all likelihood, but depending what happens.
Worst case, they're going to be a 2-line.
Yes, I agree.
And so they're a really good team. You got beat by them. Problem I have is that we don't have any desire. I mean, I hope he's speaking for Tyvus in that situation, or the mouse in his pocket. I mean, those are the only two things. Just say I. I'm not going to speak for you. I'm not going to speak for you,
right?
Jeff, I'm going to speak for you, Bodie. If I don't think something should happen, I'll tell you I don't think this should happen. It's not in the best interest, in my opinion, not in our opinion, or the speaking for the collective of whoever else is out there. That to me is, I don't know.
Bob, everything, I mentioned the monetary stuff, and take all that stuff and throw it out the window. I'm not talking about that right now. And I have talked before about professional. I know we can say the professional thing, whatever. About like NFL, NBA, whatever. Sometimes I will say, hey, tank.
Yeah.
Okay, because you get a better draft pick out of it, whatever.
There are instances where if you were a Browns or Bengals fan in the final week of the regular season this past year and you wanted your team to lose, I really don't blame you.
Right.
Not one bit.
Right.
Like there are times where it's in the best interest, and that's okay. Don't think this is
But you're actually going to enhance your compensation by that happening.
Yes. Cincinnati picking at 10 and maybe getting Caleb Downs, who might not have been available at 11 or 12, one spot lower, 2 spots lower, like that matters. That counts.
The Chiefs, Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love would be great for the Chiefs. The Saints might take him ahead of the Chiefs.
Good.
The Chiefs have one more loss. They could be in front of the Saints and get him. Like, things like that happen, yes. I don't, and I know that I'm more passionate about Ohio State, but it's like, I like Jake Diebler. The name Diebler is very important in Ohio State basketball history, and he's been around. He's not like some guy. He's not like
it's on the 3-point record, if I'm not mistaken.
But he's not. It's not like one of those guys who bounces around program to program. This is a spot. It's not a Lane Kiffin. It's not a Josh McDaniels. Something like that. It's not like those guys. So Diebler is Ohio State, and on top of that, Bruce freaking Thornton.
That
I don't know how he got astray in there.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, good.
He just got into 5th all time in points scored in Ohio State basketball history.
Yes.
It's a pretty long time.
I was like Jerry Lucas.
Well, yeah. He is, I did the math, they have 7 more games just in the regular season.
Right.
They're definitely going to play one big tournament game, so at least you could really round it up to
Bone
8.
wants him to play none. Bone wants to be.
Maybe a couple NIT
even though
games.
they're taking all of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
He basically just needs to stay at his average of 20 points, and he'll become the all-time leading scorer in program history. Number 1, not number 2, not number 3.
4-time captain.
Number 1.
4-time captain.
4-time captain is what's really impressive.
And so when I look at it, though, it's like I don't understand Bone's take on that because what does he want? Do you think, Bob, like his underlying thing is he saying I want them to realize how bad they suck and Diebler shouldn't be the coach, or is he saying I want them to realize they have to put more money in the program to be successful?
And I love it. Here's my other thing. Everyone loves to spend everyone else's money.
Right.
People are like, they need to just
I'm good at that.
Spend, throw some NIL dollars at these guys, bring in some big-time recruits. I'm like, well, go ahead. Write the check. I guarantee you they won't turn it down.
Right.
Feel free to send it on in there.
Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon.
Stand a post. I mean, that's the reality of it. Everyone loves to spend everyone else's money. And while resources are incredibly plentiful, you also don't want to be foolish of how you spend it. You don't want to bring in Bradshaw again.
Ooh.
You know, they tried to bring in guys that were more experienced this year that maybe weren't quite as big a names, but had played a lot of basketball.
Right.
And trying to blend that together. And it's Diebler's second year. You hired a young coach. You knew that there was going to be some ups and downs. And the reality is, someone's like, this team, you know, their resume isn't a tournament resume. I'm like, well, right now it probably is, and just barely. You know, they don't have any really terrible losses. They just don't have any big wins. Whereas last year they had some nice wins and they had some bad losses.
Yeah.
So I don't know which is better. Would you rather have a team that's up and down all the time, that maybe has greater potential, or a team that plays the kind of what they are a little bit more, and you can keep growing and building on that?
Joel Justice, assistant coach for Ohio State. Did he catch wind of what Bone said? I don't know officially, but here is him post-game last night, assistant coach for Ohio State.
Yeah, no, everybody drive home safely. Thanks for coming out. Come back, grab us, and let's see if we can get a couple more of these home games, you know, before. But, again, we have great fans, you know, and this is the time that you got to stick together. And, you know, we can't listen to the outside noise, the positive fans either. So go Bucks. Thanks so much.
I think outside noise, he might have meant T-Bone. Here's one more thing he said about the goal of getting to the tournament.
You know, for us as a team and us as a program, you know, look, we're building, you know, every single day, and we're chasing. And, you know, Jake has said before, you know, this is a team that is fighting every single day to win the day. But also, you know, we have our sights set on big dreams here and championships in the Big Ten and playing deep into March. And, you know, while some people, you know, might not see that as the path, you know, look, this group right here is fighting like heck to get that done.
Bob, I have said since the beginning of the season that I believe this team has the talent and the potential to be a Sweet 16 team. Not saying they'll get there, but they've got, like, if you look at what the DNA is of successful teams in the NCAA tournament, Ohio State possesses a lot of that. You've got a guard,
really good veteran point guard,
who can take a game over. They've got Mobley, who's a shooter who can carry you in a game.
Yes, when he gets hot, he's really good.
Yes.
He may miss 8 threes in a game, but there's games where he makes them too.
Yeah. Yes. And so you've got that combination right there. As long as the depth comes through, you've got experience. You got guys who transferred in this year, not the Ahmad Bradshaw guys like that, the ghost who was allergic to paint. You've got guys who have done it for years in other programs with size and skill. And depending on your matchup, you got a shot.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's going to come down to matchups, and it's a making and missing. If they can stack some wins and hopefully get in, maybe it's like a 6 or a 7, then you feel better about that first round game. It's like, hey, then you go do something in the second and try to steal something.
Right.
You know, and their resume, they're not a tournament team. But you know what? They've got a handful of games left. It's not baked yet, and the Big Ten's really good this year. They're going to probably have, of the top 8 seeds, they're going to probably have 3 or 4 of them. At least 3.
Yeah.
If not 4. Like the top 5 in the Big Ten are really stinking good, maybe top 6. So losing to those teams, there's no shame in that. Hopefully you can snag a win and steal one here or there and get a nice quad 1 win that'll help bolster your resume.
I think that's the thing is, like, for Bones to suggest, like, well, if they get in, it would just be stupid metrics and whatnot. No, if they get in, they're going to win their way in.
Yeah.
Like, they need to win a few of these big games down the stretch. Basically, every game outside of Penn State is, like, at minimum, a solid opponent, like USC last night. They end the year at home for the regular season against Indiana. Indiana, I think, is similar metric-wise and what record-wise to Southern Cal. And then you got the Sparty, Purdue, who either got Virginia Saturday. If they get in, they're going to win their way in. They're going to earn their way in and deserve that right. And second off, like, why would you even want to root against Jake Diebler? Like, the guy would probably give his life, literally, to win at Ohio State.
Yeah, don't need a hard day.
And it's, should just call it Jake Diebler Day.
Yes.
That guy would die to win here, man.
Yes.
And, like, if he was just this huge prick and it was like, you know what, he's not getting the job done, screw him, I'd be like, yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. But that guy, his brother played here. He loves Ohio State. Yes. He basically will tell you anytime he gets the opportunity to in a press conference. Why would you not want to root for that? And Thornton. And also, by the way, if there was ever a postseason tournament to just want to get into,
right?
First off, it's just fun when Selection Sunday rolls around and it pops up. there's the Ohio State Buckeyes as the 9 seed. It's like, nice, we're in. Like,
right.
And it just, even when it's like heavy chalk years, you still will turn up on that second weekend. And it's like, there's an 8 seed getting ready to play however it would shake out there, like a 4 seed or whatever. Like, it's just teams always can get on runs. Is this Ohio State capable of that? I have no idea. But it's like, if there was ever, this isn't a best of 7 where you're probably like, if we can get it to a game 6, that's great. Like, no, man, it's once you get in the big dance, anything can happen. And I don't know why you wouldn't want to at least take a swing at it.
Even Bodie, you mentioned root for. Why would you want to root for? Even if you don't want to root for, why in the hell do you root against?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you could say,
team. Like, come on, man.
That's not your team. If this team is Oklahoma, okay, and they've got a young coach, Oklahoma Ties, they got a 5th-year guy who's poured his heart out, why not? You don't have to root for, just don't root against. Yeah. I don't get that. That's the part that I don't understand.
Blatantly say we're better off just missing the tournament.
Right.
The thing is, too, is like if you get in and get bounced in the first round, do you really think Ross Bjork's going to be like, wow, great year, boys, we got in? Like, nah, man, if you barely miss it or get in and lose it the first game, Ross isn't an idiot.
Right.
Like, he's not going to, that's not going to completely change the trajectory of how he sees things. He'll acknowledge that still isn't getting the job done.
Right.
And if that continues to happen, then we got to make a change. But why not get in, see what happens? God forbid they win a couple games, and then, that would be fun.
Look, Bohm was part of that contingency also that wanted to fire Ryan Day after the Michigan game, okay? Wanted him fired.
Don't be an idiot.
I'm saying, wanted him fired, and then we just said, wait. Sane-minded people. God, I got to be careful I'm doing this.
I'll say it, Tito. I'll say it for you as a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
If you were somebody who was calling for Ryan Day to be fired at any point since he coached against Oregon State, does that sound right? When Urban was suspended, was that Ryan Day's very first game as an interim coach?
Yes.
You're a moron. You are an absolute moron. Yeah, I completely disregard any of your opinions on sports and maybe even the greater things in life because, it's so stupid, man. The guy wins 12 games every year.
Right.
You're in national championship contention every year.
Right.
You recruit with the best of them. A bad year is this year where you lost by 13 total points to the 2 teams who played for the national championship.
Right.
When's the last time you've ever heard anything off the field issues?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
It's
by the way, just now, I think another
zero.
Georgia player got busted for speeding.
Exactly. And it's not 0, but it's like, come on, man.
Right.
You're a moron if you ever wanted Ryan Day fired. Ever at any point. This was pre-national championship, post-national championship, after every Michigan loss. You're an idiot. And Michael Scott said it best, Tito. Don't be an idiot. It could change your life.
If you really, if you're a fan, media guy, whatever, if you want to return to the Thad Matta era, having to start over again is going to delay that. If you're like, Diebler's not the guy, Diebler, I know Diebler's not the guy. I hope they suck. I hope they fire him. Paraphrasing there. But I'm saying, if you really, the best path for Ohio State, the quickest path to get back to what Thad did is to keep going with what they're doing. If they have to tear it down and start over in this day and age, Bob, it sets them back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the reality is, too, things are built differently now, but having relationships, I said this, part of the main reason that they hired Diebler was his relationships for in-state recruiting, and he's done a good job with that.
Yes.
For the most part. And he's continuing to do that. And if they make the tournament, build some momentum, you're going to keep getting the best in-state players. And there's a lot of really good basketball players coming out of the state of Ohio. It's just, can you keep them here as opposed to them going to Carolina and Kentucky and and Kansas and places like that? And so making the tournament is a piece of that, which will help continue to cauterize the recruiting in-state.
Ohio State is playing meaningful games right now on February 12th as we sit here. And that's a great thing for basketball. They're playing games that we're excited about. The Virginia game Saturday, they've got a chance to have a statement win. And if they can get into the tournament, God, I hope they make some noise in the tournament. Because now I've got another reason to root for Ohio State, right? Anyway, but I hope Diebler's the guy. It's too early for me to say if he's not the guy. I can't say he's the guy yet, but I certainly cannot say he's not the guy. And we got to see what happens going forward.
He's got a month left in his second year.
Right.
of being a head coach ever.
Yes.
Like,
and he
what
learned
are we
mistakes
doing,
the first
man?
year. They made mistakes in the transfer portal. Right, the guys they brought in with, as I say it again, the ghost, the guys allergic to pain, Ahmad Bradshaw, 7 feet tall, I get as many rebounds.
Everybody was so
Aaron
excited
Bradshaw.
though when he got committed.
They were.
Ahmad Bradshaw.
Ahmad Bradshaw.
Giants.
That's fine. I'd rather have Ahmad Bradshaw on this team than Aaron Bradshaw last year. I think more rebounds. That's fine. That's by the way, that's the other thing that sucks, Bob. Just so you know, this whole coaching carousel thing, the Seahawks and Commanders have screwed this up for me because there's too many guys with the KK initials I have to keep track of. There's a Cliff Kingsbury.
Yep.
And Kubiak. Is it Clint Kubiak? Which one? Where's Kingsbury now?
He's with Washington. Or no.
he just took the OC job.
Was it tennis? No.
Where was that?
Was it Giants? No. Anyway, my point is
Kubiak just went to Vegas.
The fact we're doing this tells you why it screws me up because there's too many KK.
Minnesota?
There's too many KK guys. And I got him confused.
He left Washington.
Kingsbury's joining the Rams.
Cliff Kingsbury's Rams. Clint Kubiak.
Raiders,
yeah.
And I've never known anybody in my life with KK initials.
I know, too.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, there's 3.
Known. That's fine. All right.
Saw a video of her for a while.
Great comeback story. Coming up next, Quick Hitters, Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're already there for your free consultation. So go check them out today. It's truck season at Germain Toyota, and the deals are about as tough as the trucks. Get into a new 2026 Toyota Tundra with $299% financing for up to 72 months plus $1,000 in Toyota Financial Services finance cash, or lease a 2026 Tacoma SR5 for just $289 a month for 39 months, 10,000 miles per year, and $36.99 due at signing. Power, reliability, and offers that work as hard as you do. Visit Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or check them out online at germaintoyota.net. Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. When the game's on the line, you press hard, you hustle, you stay focused, and give it everything you got. Pressure brings out the best in people. That's how business works too. Have you ever met what seemed like an impossible deadline? Saved a deal from going off a cliff at the last minute? Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on their local partnership and dedication to doing whatever it takes.
Thanks, Bobby. At Riverside Bank of Dublin, we're proud to be on your team, helping local businesses manage cash, fund growth, and invest in what's next. From startups to seasoned pros, we bring the full court press every day for our clients.
That's right, Travis. Our team at Riverside Bank is just as hungry as you are to grow and prosper. That mentality shows up in everything we do. Your business deserves a banking partner that's invested in your success. Look for a new branch location at Bridge Park in 2026.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing, to get the help you need,
to find peace. And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
Tito invited the new Russian family who moved in down the street to watch Rocky IV. It did not go well.
I must break you.
This is Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice. Let's do a quick hitter.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All right, fellas, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Almost all the way through here. More than past Coaster Bob time. We'll start here with the NFL guys. We will have 10 new new is in new places, not necessarily new to the job. Head coaches in the NFL for this and next season, and The Athletic surveyed 9 people from around the league to get a ranking of how they view who made the best hire. They had a panel of 9 different coaches and executives, and they asked them to rank their top 5 coaching hires for this offseason. If a coach received, a coach would receive 5 votes for first place, 4 for second, so on and so forth. And here were the results. No surprise here, John Harbaugh and the New York Giants came in at number 1. He earned 42 points overall in 6 of the 9 first place votes. After that, it was Kevin Stefanski in Atlanta, 25 points, 1 first place vote. Right behind him, Jesse Minter in Baltimore, 24 points, 1 first place vote. And then from there, Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh, Jeff Hafley in Miami, had Clint Kubiak and Robert Saleh with the Raiders and Titans tied. Joe Brady at 8th with the Bills. He actually was the last of the first place votes there. And then tied for dead last, Michael LaFleur with the Arizona Cardinals and Todd Monken for your Cleveland Browns. Tito, not a surprise that Harbaugh's number 1 there, and also not a surprise that 6 of the 9 votes, first place votes, he earned.
Yeah, I feel like he is by far and away the best hire. I'm surprised it wasn't more. Like, I couldn't think of. I know that, at number 2, you mentioned Stefanski with the Falcons. He got a first place vote. I would take Harbaugh's hire over Stefanski. Jesse Minter, I'd still take Harbaugh over Minter. I'm a little surprised it wasn't unanimous that they all went with Harbaugh. It feels to me, Bob, like he's by far and away the best hire.
I mean, he's the guy that's won a Super Bowl that had moved around. I mean, he had a ton of success while he was at Baltimore. And they weren't bad. He's never been bad. No. And he runs a coherent program. They don't lose. They don't mismanage games. He seems to have everything screwed on straight. So, you feel like if you get him with the Giants, the floor is really high. I'm not sure where the ceiling is, but the floor is going to be there, which is what the Giants need.
The ceiling is the roof.
It is. The ceiling is the roof. McCarthy, by the way, 4th.
I know
that's what I would ask. McCarthy was 4th. He did not get any first place votes.
Yeah, I can't say I'm shocked at that one. The snippet in the article also mentioned something about he's a Pittsburgh guy. I'm like, what the hell does that matter? This
you wouldn't understand. You don't get it. Though.
That'll elevate their Florida from 9-8 to 10-7.
Exactly.
What is the most pivotal game for Ohio State this upcoming season in college football? CBS Sports listed the biggest game for each of their way too early top 25 teams. They actually have the Buckeyes at number 1 in their rankings there. And for Ohio State, they chose the road contest on October 17th against the defending champion Indiana Hoosiers. Here's what they wrote along with that pick. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Ohio State's schedule is brutal next season, easily the most difficult in the Big Ten. Ryan Day has never faced a slate this demanding, one that includes 5 teams that project to finish inside of the top 25. With USC, Oregon, and Michigan still ahead after this trip to Bloomington, a win here is imperative if the Buckeyes intend to return to Indianapolis. Along with that, one more note here to make. Ohio State, as we'd kind of known here, they'll play several top 25 teams, at least preseason rankings-wise, this season. But the only team that CBS Sports picked for Ohio State as the most pivotal game for one of their opponents was Texas, and that was, of course, the September 12th game down there in Austin. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm sorry. They had Michigan as well. Yeah, I had that wrote here on my quick hitters and still forgot to mention it. But nevertheless, Buckeyes, most pivotal game, Indiana, and then for Texas and Michigan, they had the most pivotal game, Ohio State. Carp, agree with the pick of Indiana there?
As the toughest game,
the most pivotal game.
I'm not because I don't know what Indiana is. This is the problem is with all these.
I don't believe in them either, Bob.
I didn't say that. I don't know how good they are. I don't know how good Hoover's going to be in that system. They lost a lot. How good the guys that are going to be replacing them. I know they'll be a good team.
Yeah.
Are they top 5 good? Or are they top 20 good? And there's a big difference there, I think. I'm pretty sure that Oregon's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Texas is going to be really good.
And at Texas, too. If you told me right now Ohio State wins one of those 2 games, it's hard to not see them making the playoff.
You mean between Texas and Indiana?
Oregon.
Texas
and Oregon.
Okay.
Because there'll be such big wins.
Yes.
You would have to have a meltdown.
I mean, it might be the best win of the season.
Yeah.
For not Ohio State, for college football.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I could say it's the most pivotal. I'm not. You may need it if you lose some of the other, both of those. And I said if they go 2-3 over their toughest 5 and then take care of business everywhere else, they could be the first 9-3 team to get in.
I'm about to sound like Coach Bobby. You ready?
They all matter.
The most pivotal game? You know what it is?
The next one.
The next one's the most pivotal game.
One game, one life.
Yes, that's what we're looking at here. So yes, Bob, as I look at it, it's hard to decide which one because the most pivotal game is going to depend on what your record is at that point. If they lose to Texas, Indiana's the most pivotal. If they lose to Indiana, then Michigan might be the most pivotal, or Oregon. It's hard to tell on that scale of what it is. It is the toughest schedule Ryan Day's had here at Ohio State. And Bobby, they could end up going 9-3, and it could be the best coaching job Ryan Day's done since he's been here. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of things. Where
that national championship.
It was, I understand that, Bodie. What I'm saying is, though, they could go, managing this schedule, if they would go 9-3. By the way, championship thing, that was the best postseason coaching run. I would say that.
Breaking it down, regular season.
Yes, we're doing that. Yes, we're
regular
postseason. I just think that, if they did go 9-3, which, God, I hope they don't because I don't want to riot and loot and burn things. But if they do go 9-3, it might not be a reflection at all on a poor coaching job by Ryan Day. It could very well, just because of how difficult this schedule is, that 9-3 might be a damn good 9-3.
Yeah, that's what I said. 9-3, I think, gets them in. They'll be the first team to do it.
That'll be interesting. I don't want it to happen. I want to see 10-2.
I don't want to see it happen, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I would also argue that Texas would be more pivotal, just because if you they would have still so many tough games to play.
Yeah, you're right.
If you get that one, it kind of you got it in the bank a little bit there.
Bob, you ready to announce that Matt Patricia's staying here or not? Do you have any insider info on that or not?
Why is that a question? Is that your tease?
No, it's not a tease. I'm just because that's an important part of this for me.
Not ready to say all the way there, but I feel pretty good about it.
Right, that's all I need to hear, Bob. That's what I need to hear. Coming up next, top of the hour, Albert Breer joins us. Let's talk NFL. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're already there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at MDA.org today.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm an innovation ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
It's Bobby. Tito. They just said it on the air. I got to make sure I'm curbing that. That and the word curious are both things that I need to worry about. Bob will get hopefully Breer on here shortly.
Whiskers.
That's what I am, Bob. I'm telling you. I'm just glad that we established Tito as the nickname before all of this because I could not go through with the nickname Whiskers.
Why? Curious like a cat.
I know I am. I know. But I just don't think it would have been. Granted, a lot of things I do aren't smart for my career. Speaking of things that aren't smart for people's careers. But I wonder, though. I don't know if Whiskers would play.
I don't know about that.
Carpenter and Whiskers?
Yeah.
You think that would work?
That sounds good.
Bob, you are...
People might be curious about who Whiskers is.
Right.
Bill's intrigue.
The haircut thing's
It's a never-ending tease.
The haircut thing's got to come to a head here, Bob.
Your
Literally.
haircut?
Yeah.
Your hair yesterday was looking pretty sassy.
Bob...
You put some grease in it. It was kind of poofed up. And
it's my uncle's fault.
Your uncle?
Yeah.
Why is that?
He was selfish. He retired at 65.
What, being a barber?
Yeah, he'd been cutting my hair for 45 years.
So just go to his house. Is he alive?
He's alive, but he said that was an option, but I don't know if he really meant it.
Did you try?
No, because I don't want to be, believe it or not, Bob.
Oh, wait, hold on. Now we have boundaries?
Yes.
Mr. What's in it for me? Now we have boundaries?
So, wife said I look like a homeless person because I got to shave a little bit and because the hair is a bit unkempt.
You could just go with that beard off with Rothman.
No, you don't. No. You want a nickname, you call me Patches at that point because I don't do the full beard like you guys do.
If it goes thick enough, if you go out long enough, it'll grow over. I have a very patchy beard, but if I spend enough time letting it grow out, it does kind of grow in. There are some rough spots.
Something posted on one of the social media, like a Facebook memory or something.
Oh.
And it was a show I did with you, and you had the beard. And I hadn't seen you with that beard. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it would have been from 18, maybe?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. 18.
You look a lot younger without it.
Of course.
I don't know if "of course" is the word.
Beards age people.
So
I'll tell you that.
I'm just saying,
especially if you have gray in it. Now I have a little in mine now. I didn't have any then.
Well, you get that Emmett Smith thing. You color your hair.
I don't even know what that means.
Emmett Smith with his he colors.
Is he bald?
No,
yes.
Emmett Smith did the and Walt Frazier did like the.
Emmett Smith also did the "Oops, I Crap My Pants."
By the way,
hey, Super Bowl MVP.
He did Depends. I mean, between him and Jimmy Johnson having the Extends commercial and Emmett Smith doing the Depends commercial. Extends and Depends, the cowboy way.
says former cowboy Bobby Carpenter. There we go, Bob. You should get on that too.
Depends commercial right there.
There it is.
I don't know what you got paid for that.
Today's fan poll. Which would you rather?
Yeah,
Yes.
Emmett Smith partnered with the Penn brand to promote Stand Strong for Men's Health campaign. Collaboration with prostate cancer encourages men to prioritize their health screenings and normalize conversations about prostate health as it relates to bladder control.
Oh,
so there you go.
There was a product, and when I was turning 50, for the only time in my life, decided
when you turn 50.
When I turned 50.
Here in a few years.
It's a few years. No, yeah, you're right. Good call. Back when I turned 50.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those things where you just use it like shampoo and it'll make your hair a little darker. I did it.
Okay. Where did you buy this?
Thumbs up.
Regular
buy it at a
stores.
gas station?
No, it was like a Walgreens or a Giant Eagle or something.
Was this an impulse buy, or did you research the product at all? Check that. There's zero chance you did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more the former than the latter, but it turned it too dark too fast. And although my friends were very polite about it, they did not openly mock me for it.
So you went to looking like Ozzy Osbourne. Is what you're telling me.
It looked unnaturally darker.
Do you guys remember when Cowherd left ESPN and went to
Fox?
Fox, yeah. And I think his first day at his new gig there, I mean, his hair literally went from silver gray to just pure brown.
Yeah.
It was priceless because it was like it looked like Creed from The Office when he dyed his hair with the
age discrimination
printer.
Yeah, printer toner.
Emmett promoted just for men hair color
for his beard because he doesn't have any hair.
He did it back then for the. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And that's what there was one like you could just like use it like shampoo. You just put it. You go into the shower, take your shampoo with it, and all that.
It does come up?
Does that work anywhere?
Let's see what we got here.
I don't know.
Just for Men's featuring Emmett Smith.
Yeah,
there you go.
But I see the one here that says it's hair color gets rid of some but not all gray hair, so the perfect salt and pepper look.
Yeah, they
Nice.
have.
That's what I
it's
should
called
go
Touch
with.
of Gray.
Yeah,
the
I didn't
running
do
back
that.
rest home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Walt Frazier's interviewing him. He's
Yeah.
in a wheelchair, but he's in a rocking chair, but he's bald. Yeah, it's for his beard hair coloring.
Yeah. Nonetheless,
It's called Just for Men Touch of Gray.
Okay. Nonetheless, it did not end well for me, and I recognize that. And now it looks like I think I'm completely gray, Bob. Do you think am I completely gray?
No, there's some brown in there. A little black in there still.
That's what she said. The Iowa Bears. How's that sound to you?
Iowa Bears.
They're trying to make a push to get the Bears to move to Iowa.
Who is they?
The Iowa government, Iowa legislature.
That sounds like the worst idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, because the Bears are fighting. They want to move. They want a dome. They want to go in a suburb.
They want free money is what
That's
they want.
what they want. And I think
Don't worry,
Iowa's willing
Kevin
to give it to
Warren's
them.
doing a great job for him.
I
couldn't be more happy that he is not the commissioner of the Big Ten anymore.
See, now you were more learned on that than I am. So he was that bad.
What are you talking about? All you do is watch the decisions he made.
I understand, Bob. I
and listen to
canceled
him.
the season.
All you do is listen
The
to him
season
talk.
thing, yeah, that was big, yeah.
He's a moron.
How do you
But
get the
I feel
job then?
How do you get the job? Because he was the Minnesota Vikings, whatever, director of whatever, and there were people that were in powerful positions that kind of pushed him in there. And I don't think, kind of like you, Thitoff, I don't think that they fully researched maybe some of his letters of recommendation. You know the easiest way to get rid of somebody?
How's that?
Is to get him promoted to another job.
There you go.
And so someone was telling me, like, oh, they had great letters from this and that. I go, maybe you think is they wanted to, hey, if he was so
Calls
valuable.
coming from inside the house.
Exactly. If he was so valuable, why would you want to let him go?
It's like fantasy football. Here, I'll give you my running back.
Right,
Well, if
he's
so
really good.
Why are you trying to trade him to me? Well,
That's fair. Yes. So I don't think there's any way. I think that, Bob, this feels to me more like politicians
are
going to come out and say,
Absolutely.
we're going to shoot for the stars with this. We want the Bears to try to earn support from the public. Like, oh, yeah, we love this guy. He's the one or this girl, this woman. Sorry.
All we got to do is build him a new $5 billion stadium.
Right.
Tax
breaks and all that,
stadium.
yes.
Yeah. They're not going to pay any taxes.
Right.
We promise we build him a new stadium. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
I just can't see any way that.
Pre-bought all their tickets for the next 10 years.
Right. You're sold out and you can own all the revenue. All we want you to do is be here. But, Bob, from another standpoint, though, as we've talked about how much pro franchises are worth, how much they mean to the economy, especially the NFL.
Yeah.
It's, even though I don't think it will happen, it's not the worst thing in the world for Iowa if it does happen, right? I mean, Iowa with an NFL team.
There's zero chance that's going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen, Bob. I know. It's not going to happen. I
That's
realize that.
less than a zero chance. Negative chance.
It is not going to happen. I agree with that.
Bears have a better chance of moving to Seattle. Or not Seattle, St. Louis.
Two Seattle teams.
Two of them. Let's do
Why
that.
not?
It's always fun.
They could follow the old Chicago Cardinals and move to St.
Right.
Louis.
Yeah. Go back and look at the history. There was the Cleveland Rams. You know? There was the Philadelphia Steagles when they combined the two franchises.
There was Randy the Ram as well.
I don't know what that means, but I got to believe it's something I'm not going to search on my computer
No,
at work.
it's fine. It's just out of movie The Wrestler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Good. Never saw that one.
Of course you did.
It's on the list, though, Bob. I heard it was good. Anyway, so, yeah, they came out and did that, and they said that. I don't think it will happen either, Bob. I can't see it happening, but
Where did you find that?
Onion? There
on
was
The Onion?
No, that's a real thing, Bob. That's a real thing. I'm going to look it up right now for you. It's a real thing they talked about. Iowa is trying to woo. Yes, that's right, woo. There is a bill that they passed, or they're talking about. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's passed or not. I can't remember how it all goes through, Bob, on the bill. It says there's a bill makes pitch to Chicago Bears Stadium in Iowa to make a stadium for the Bears in Iowa. A group of Republican state senators making a pitch to, where can I find it here now? To bring the Bears to Iowa with stadium incentives is what it says here.
Yeah, let's get the benefits.
Iowa State Senator Carrie Gruenhagen with Illinois and Indiana squabble. While Illinois and Indiana squabble over this issue, we're ready to get off the sidelines and into the game. That's what.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Bringing an NFL team to Iowa to attract jobs, tourism, and fans to our state and give us the opportunity to showcase what Iowa really has to offer. Iowans have dedicated themselves to our college sports teams, and we're ready to attract a professional team to our great state. They are talking about a bill that would it provides economic development incentives designed to attract capital investments. There's language in the bill for building an NFL stadium. Among the incentives are tax refunds and credits. So he is trying to jump in there while Indiana and because they're talking about the Bears going to Gary, Indiana, but I can't see that. But they're talking about that, though, and that he's trying to jump in.
Is that a joke?
No,
Gary, Indiana?
The Bears have talked about that. Yeah, it's where the Jacksons are from.
Well, the joke is that where the Jacksons are from?
Yeah, the Jacksons from Gary.
But that was also the murder capital of the world.
Yes,
for
nice. A long time.
A murder for as per population base,
right,
on a per capita. By the way, Michael Jackson. We were talking to our kids about
about Michael Jackson. Oh my God.
Well, they brought up Michael Jackson. This was their DFR on their opinion. We're talking to them. Just you get kids in elementary school and even in middle school, and they're starting making fun of people. I'm like, hey guys, you can't make fun of people about things they can't change. Like physical features, hair color.
Mm-hmm. Well,
height.
you can change that if you get in the shower.
We're talking about kids, man.
Right.
Michael Scott said you don't make fun of disabled people, Bob. You make fun of your friends when they're acting.
Exactly. You don't make fun of people for things like that. I go, and we're trying to teach them those things, and things that are fixed. And I think I brought up, I was like height, what their appearance looks like, all these other things. And I think I got to hair color, ethnicity, and my son pointed back, you can change that. I was like, I don't think that's how that works. He goes, Michael Jackson. I'm like,
Sammy Sosa.
You are 9. You were not even alive when Michael Jackson was alive. How can you pull him as a reference? He's like, search it up, Dad. I'm like,
Google him.
Details, facts, and reasons.
Yeah, well, I'm like, the facts the photographic evidence might say that the possibility you're suggesting is possible, but I don't know. I don't think that's really where we're going to go with this. We had eroded from the conversation because then it turned into me defending Michael Jackson being a black man.
As of January 2026, according to AI, the city of Gary, Indiana is actively pitching to host the Bears, offering 3 plug-and-play locations for a new stadium as an alternative to Illinois sites. One of the sites includes the West End near their Hard Rock Casino.
That sounds like fun.
But that is what they're doing, and it says here the pitch. The city frames this as a comeback story for the region.
Oh, I like that.
Kardashian. So the Bears, I believe, will stay in Illinois, yes. But I think it is smart for politicians to at least publicly, if you're trying to get votes, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying, just come out and say, yeah, we'll
has
take
it been the right thing to do ever mattered to you?
Right. I know, well, that's fair. But I'm saying politically, though, it seems to me, Bob, like that actually it's a smart thing to do, to put out there and say, oh, yeah, we are trying to get an NFL team here, knowing there's no way in hell it's going to be the Des Moines Bears or whatever they're going to be, the Quad City Bears.
The Quad City. That sounds great. The Quad City
QCBs,
Bears.
Bob.
I like that.
That could work.
That's something that I could really get behind.
See, the Quad City Bears. It's funny though, when you look at how much movement there was in the NFL early on, and we look at some of the cities used to have teams. I mean, Portsmouth had a team, right? There was the
Portsmouth Spartans. They became the Detroit Lions.
Right. I think Zanesville had a team.
Why not?
Well, Zanesville used to be the capital of Ohio too, before Columbus, right? Am I right on that one?
Chillicothe was twice. I think maybe Zanesville was one time.
Right.
I think. It's had 4 capitals, with Chile being 2-time.
How do you get it the second time? Like, how do you lose it and then get it back?
It's great. Listen, that was before my.
I know it's before your time, but you're a learned guy. Learned.
Well, maybe.
I wonder. So Chillicothe was a state capital twice. Anyway, yes, but you look at it now, and what a huge deal it is now to get an NFL franchise or a professional basketball franchise even in your city. Not about MLB anymore, but yes. So I don't see a way in hell it happens. But it is fun to think about the fact that the Bears look, they need to stay where they are. Just stay there at Soldier Field. I know you want a Super Bowl. I get all of that. But it just doesn't. I don't know, Bob. I can't see it. By the way, I don't know if you saw this or not, Bob. But we talked about yesterday that Norwegian skier.
Yeah, his girlfriend had a statement.
His girlfriend said something afterwards.
Yeah, she was. I don't think it came off. I don't know if he really thought through how he was saying and what he was saying. But yeah, I don't think she was buying what he was selling.
So, yeah, she finally came out and talked, and she said, "I did not choose to be put in this position. It hurts to have to be in it. We've had contact, and he's aware of my opinions on this," is what he said.
Oh, that right there
says a lot.
It does.
To my family and friends who embraced me and supported me during this time. Also to everyone else who has thought of me and sympathized without knowing who I am. She gave thanks to them. And it doesn't feel like, and here's what, this is the other thing that, and I'm going to say this, Bob, knowing who I'm working with, but the Norwegian skier Legreed said, I hope I don't make anything worse for her. Maybe it can help. I don't know. I hope there's a happy ending.
I don't know if it's going to be a happy ending, and probably definitely not the happy ending that you're thinking.
It won't be a happier ending. The happiest of endings. Let's put it that way. This is over.
You think?
That's what it sounds like.
I feel like his time is over.
Yeah.
It's her
done.
time now, right? It's done. I think it's her time now. So, I don't know. I got to believe he's going to look back on this and say, you know what? Maybe I should have used different words in my post-bronze medal statement.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, going about it a different way, and we just send her the medal in the mail. I don't know. I don't know if you want to go full public with all of that. But
okay,
he had a plan. I don't know if it was a good plan.
How about this, Bob? Here's my suggestion to him. And I know how to get people to fall in love with me.
Yeah.
I'm on second administration, but I think fifth overall in commitments to me. Okay. I've been engaged 4 or 5 times. I don't know how many times. Anyway. But
got a basketball team.
Right.
It really is pretty impressive, Jeff.
Thank you. It's one of my better accomplishments, Bob. Why not cut the bronze medal in half instead of half it? Go Van Gogh-ish without the ear.
Yeah.
Cut half of it and just say, this will never be a full victory or full accomplishment for me unless I get you. Does that work?
You can wear half and put them together.
Yes, do that kind of thing. Like I'll be walking around the rest of my life with half of my bronze medal around my neck. When I see
probably
you,
send her the whole thing.
No, don't. Let's not be stupid. Because if you send her the whole thing, she'll just sell it. She'll go to Lev's pawn shop over there in Grandview and sell it. I'm saying though that just do that, the half a bronze medal, and then just with the idea that my bronze medal won't be full until you're back in my life.
Well, she may send it back to you.
Coming up next, Pebble Beach starts this week, Bob. I know. Look, we've had basketball Bob and baseball Bob. We're getting golf Bob today. We're going to talk to our golf betting expert, John Gerber. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
My mom is a veteran, and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned, so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Ms. Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Morning Juice. Bob, I don't know if you know this. Golf season is upon us. Go ahead.
Well, do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you're a small business or a large operation. Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep it running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well done there, General. Now we are joined here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, John Gerber, golf betting expert. He is the co-host of the most popular golf podcast in Ohio, From the Rough, and Gerb at J Gerber PGA Pro joins us. He is the golf betting expert. He puts his picks out there, and he'll tell you how much he wins and loses and whatnot. He's completely transparent. Gerb, good morning. I know that this event coming up this week out there at Pebble Beach is one of your favorite ones to cover and to watch. And I'm curious, what's the weather like out there, and how does that affect your picks?
Good morning, fellas. Yeah, it's a place for me. I mean, everyone, kind of looks at the majors, and then everyone kind of has their favorite little golf course or tournament. Pebble Beach, to me, I've been very fortunate to be able to go out there and play an event, the Pebble Beach Invitational, for the last 14, 15 years. So I was just out there a couple weeks ago playing that event. It's, this is the only comparison from Pebble Beach to Columbus I could ever tell you. So don't take it literally. It's one of the places that you could get all 4 seasons in one day, like Columbus, Ohio, in the spring. It is, you could get snow, you could get wind, you could get cold, you could get hot, all in one day. So it certainly puts in the equation the weather when we try to handicap this event. So we've had a great year so far. We've been profitable every single week for the year. So the first 4 tournaments of the year were profitable. So this week can be a little bit of tricky. So following the weather is something that's very important.
So when you look at that, do you try to define guys that have those all-weather games as you sit there and look at that, Gerb?
Yeah, that's a great point. You look at guys. That's a reason why the Europeans have played so well there. With the success of Justin Rose, Rory McIlroy. Don't be surprised this week if Tommy Fleetwood plays well. We don't have him on our card. Just the odds we didn't really like. But also you look at some of the guys on our card, the California guys that are used to putting those those bumpy Poana greens that you can get here in Columbus in the spring, but they have that year-round out there. So the California guys have a tendency to play well along with the European guys.
Gerb, last week you had a really good week up until the very end, right? Like, wasn't that one of those? Last week was, I don't want to say a bad beat because you made money, but it could have been a very good week for you.
You want to keep rubbing it in?
I'm just
Gerb,
I'm just talking to.
Rub it in, rub it off.
I'm trying to just humanize you.
Well, this is why golf handicapping is so difficult. With 2 swings of the golf club, it went from the penthouse to the first floor. So, yeah, we had, with 2 holes left in the golf tournament last week, we had what we call a clean slate. We had both top 20s, both top 10s in the outright winner with Hideki. But Maverick McNeely decided to 3-putt the 16th hole to drop him out of the top 10, and everybody knows that watches golf what Hideki did. So, but we were still profitable, but it could have been a really, really nice week of a profit of about $8,000, but we got it to a couple $100. But that's what happens in golf betting. That's why it's so difficult, and that's why it's actually kind of exciting sometimes, because you can get the turns on the other side too. So it balances out a little bit, but still a little salty. Still a little salty from last week. So I appreciate you bringing that up.
So as you look at this, obviously you've got you guys at the top of the card that you may like. You have some good value, but anybody with some longer value, someone that you think, hey, they're not maybe getting the bet. They've got great odds, but this is a course that matches up well for them.
Yeah. So if you look at a guy, our long shot, our ham sandwich pick this week is Michael Kim. He went to Cal, so he's a California guy, lives in Phoenix now, but he's a really good iron player, and that's the key to Pebble Beach and Spyglass. Spyglass, you have to hit it a little bit longer, but still have to be a really good iron player. So we have Michael Kim as our long shot ham sandwich at 90-1, but look at a guy that's there's no one knows this golf course better than Maverick McNeely. Maverick McNeely lived on the 16th hole at Pebble Beach all his life. So he
neighbors
knows,
with Nance out there?
Nance lives a little further up the hill, but he's with Charles Schwab, and so many dignitaries are out there, picking out the homes and stuff like that. So Maverick McNeely grew up there. We have him on our card at 33-1. So he's a guy that's been playing well. He's went to Stanford, so he's used to that type of grass. Only thing with Maverick is, he has a tendency to be a little soft when the weather gets a little, not so great. But I think his course knowledge, Pebble's a little quirky place. If you don't know the greens extremely well, you can struggle. And I think that's kind of the equalizer for a couple of these guys. Maybe a guy like Si-Woo Kim that we have 25-1 top of our list. He's notoriously not the best putter in the world, but all these guys are going to struggle a little bit putting these bumpy Poana greens. So I think that's a little bit of an equalizer. So I think Si-Woo Kim, Maverick McNeely kind of tops our leaderboard, and in our long shot 90-1, Michael Kim. You
look at Scotty Scheffler, Gerb, and he had a rough start last week, but still ended up in the top 5, right? It was all said and done. He rallied the last several rounds. And, everyone wants to jump into this is like Tiger, this is like Tiger, this is like Tiger. Nothing's ever been like Tiger. But, since Tiger wasn't Tiger anymore, this might be the closest thing, right?
Yeah, you haven't seen this for a long time, for Tiger for sure. But it's still, if you look at the stats, it's still a long way away from what Tiger actually did. But, in recent memory, this is what you have. This is kind of the modern day Tiger. And I don't think you'll see this very, more often anymore, just because the players are so good and the runs that these guys go on are very few and far between. But what Scotty did last week, you thought the world was going to end him shooting 74 the first round or 2 over par the first round, and then comes back to finish in the top 5 and almost had a chance to win the golf tournament as the players kind of faded there at the end. But that just goes to show how strong mentally that Scotty Scheffler is coming back from that. And, he has the ability and the great trait to forget about bad rounds and forget about rounds in general and kind of start fresh. So that, in my opinion, that's his biggest attribute when it comes to golf.
Bob, you know me, I'm always about what's in it for me, and I'm always about things that I want to have happen because of how it'll affect me. And I've been doing this now for well over a year. Where the U.S. Senior Open is this year, correct?
Oh, here we go.
Scioto Country Club, July 4th weekend. The U.S. Senior Open. Did you say terrible?
Yeah, it's disrupting my life.
I know it's disrupting your life. That's okay. Okay, but that's already going to happen. Our lives will be disrupted by that. That's fair. But would it be better if we knew one of the players who's on this here radio show right now, maybe playing in it? I have been pressuring him, Bob, to try to qualify for it. Gerb is well over 50 years old. It'd be a great story.
Well over 50. Slow down with well over 50 now. That's you're not helping your cause trying to get me to help you. So let's not go there.
And my thought is, Bob, if we bring him on a few times and peer pressure, because people in Columbus, he's got friends in Columbus, family in Columbus, Central Ohio and all that. I know we're worldwide. But if I keep pressuring him enough, it might make him, and I told him he's going to try to go to a qualifier. Do you agree that we should maybe bring him on a couple of times and try to pressure him to do it? Because we could probably get him on the show and things like that out there. It'd be great.
Yeah, I think that would be great, Gerbs. Why don't you go get it done? You got free time.
Well, free time. Yeah, I have a lot of free time for sure. But, listen, it's something I'm still pondering over to do, but it's certainly not because of your peer pressure. You don't have that much influence on me anyways for me to be able to do that. Now, Bobby asking very nicely, that helps a little bit. But, when you try to peer pressure me and try to move me to that direction, it just goes right over my head. So, I appreciate that, but it's still a long way away, and it's not even in my radar at this point.
You know who his caddy would be, Bobby? We already established that.
It's not you.
I know it's not.
You.
No, I know it's not me. Unless we get a driving cart, it's Baker would be his caddy.
Why would he want Baker?
I don't, because Baker said he'd do it. Gerb seemed open to it.
What course knowledge does Baker possess?
I don't know if Baker.
Gerbs, I'll set you up. We'll go out there. We'll play a couple times. I'll set you up with someone who has great course knowledge. We'll be ready to go.
That sounds good. I've played the golf course plenty of times. There's good guys out there that let me play.
Have you played it since the renovation, though?
I have one time. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's not plenty. We got to get some more reps out there, Coach.
Bodie, I want you to understand something. All right. He's met Gerber one time in person. I've known Carp for a long time.
Yeah, you're not trying to play.
Wait.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help seduce him here.
I've helped coach him. I've helped coach his kids. Our kids. Okay, that's fine. Nonetheless, all this time, has Bobby ever once said to me, Tito, you want to go play Scioto? I'll take you out there. You think it's ever happened? No. We had Gerb on here one time. I was at Gerb. I'll take you out there a couple of times.
Try to get him some reps.
That's fine. Gerb,
do you have a collared shirt? Do you even have a collared shirt that you're able to go out there and play?
I'll borrow one. That's fine. I can get it out there. Anyway, Gerb, we appreciate the time. At Jay Gerber PGA Pro, are your picks out there right now for Pebble?
The picks are out. Yes, the picks are out. You can, Jay Gerber PGA Pro. They're out on Twitter, Instagram, and our Facebook page, and on FanstreamSports.com.
Okay, go check it out. Gerb, we'll have you on again soon, but you and Bobby have fun hanging out together. I guess I'll watch from the behind the velvet rope. Thank you, Gerb.
Appreciate it, fellas. Thanks for having me on.
All right, that was John Gerber. Folks, I know you want Ya Highness. We will bring him on next, and we'll close things out with Morning Juice. We will do that. This is Morning Juice.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Bobby is known as the General. Tito shops at Dollar General. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Thank you to John Gerber joining us at Jay Gerber PGA Pro. Check out his picks. He'll put all his stuffs out there. He's a very transparent with his selections, his wins, his losses. Another guy who's transparent in so many ways. Ya Highness joins us. WeWinYouWin.com.
Yeah, buddy. Happy. What are we at? Thursday? I got my days all mixed up. I was going to say Friday. By the way, John Gerber came on my show yesterday. So if you want a more in-depth, he goes over all his plays, breaks, everything like that. If you want a more in-depth breakdown, head over to the YouTube, Shut Up and Bet. Yesterday we had a 30-minute live show where he went through all of his plays. By the way, I will come into Ohio and caddy for Gerber. I will loop. I'll rock the bag. Your Highness will be there. I'll trust me. If Gerber plays, for those that don't know, I was a fairly accomplished high school and decent college golfer. But I know the Columbus area. I've won a lot of golf tournaments there in the Columbus area through high school and college. I'll come loop for John Gerber. I'll be his caddy. Let's get it going, boys.
I'm going to be honest. That is probably the most unexpected thing that to hear from you. The fact that you were an accomplished I had no idea that you ever golfed. If you told me you never golfed, I would say that was never golfing was minus 5,000 to me. You being a great golfer in high school was probably like plus 7,000.
When I graduated high school, I had the high school 18-hole record. It's since been passed. A couple kids have shot 66, but when I graduated, 68 was the record. That's what I had. I've talked to Tito there.
Yep.
I think the course is long since gone, but back when I was in high school, there was a course down there at Cooks Creek.
Yeah.
I've won 2 junior golf tournaments there back when I was in high school. The Ohio Open, I was a top 10 finisher my senior year.
This is amazing.
Event. The Ohio Junior, my junior year, I was top 5 in the state. My senior year, I was top 10. I was a Division I scholarship golfer in Florida. But, yeah, I don't talk about it too much. That was 20-some years ago. But, yeah, I was a pretty accomplished junior golfer. But, yeah, I'll come in caddy for Gerber. Let's go, baby.
I'm trying to think about this now because I don't know if our paths crossed. So did you ever, qualify for the states in high school?
Yeah, this was 20-plus years ago.
Okay, that's good. Cause I covered the state golf tournament for the Dispatch a few times.
Mm.
And I wonder if we were around the same – because I was like, this was 25 years ago.
Plus
from
years ago. So. So there's a lot of kids down in, Delaware, Dublin Kaufman.
Right.
Actually, I'll give a little shout-out here. One of my best friends from the Columbus area growing up as a kid, they've since moved from the area, but they own a couple car dealership, the Mastersons dealership. I think they had a Kia dealership.
Yeah.
There in Columbus. So Zake is my age. Me and him were best friends, played a lot of junior golf there in the Columbus area. Shout out, they're in North Carolina now. But I would go down and stay with them at their house and play tournaments all through the greater Columbus area and all that stuff.
So then you
a lot of junior golf in Columbus.
You went from player to full Carl Spackler with the Grassman. So I like that.
Yeah, well, a little Kentucky bluegrass, By the way they drop the ball from Caddyshack over their shoulder to now they just get to put it at their knee and drop it. It feels like cheating, just to say. Right? Because even before my time, they used to do over the back shoulder drop, and then it got to my age where it had to be shoulder height, and you dropped it basically from your chest, which that felt fair. And now you see on tour these guys basically drop it from their ankle. Why don't we just
Might as well
tee it up?
I was saying,
Guys? Why don't we just tee it up from the fairway?
He is.
But
Yeah.
yes, I don't talk about it because I haven't touched a golf club in 5 years. But yeah, I was a fairly decent golfer.
He is Ya Highness. WeWinYouWin.com. Couple things here. Let's do this. I'm curious where you are at and with the progress on your $100 to $1 million, and then also, football being over. Now I know you bet stuff year round, but I want to get your thoughts on some of the Olympic stuff that's going on.
Yeah. So thanks for bringing it up. Georgia Bulldogs did not cover last night, so we lost.
Which number was that one?
$1,500
again. Okay, wow.
So we keep winning 5 or 6 in a row, and then we lose like the 7th one. Again, not the end of the world because from January 1 to now, you're still up $750 because we keep kind of, I call it chipmunking or nestling. We take money and put it away, right? So we won. So I put $750 on Vanderbilt plus money plus 170. That paid, it paid over the $1,500. So I was up $2,200, I believe, roughly, when I made the $1,500 bet. So, again, this is all house money. When we get to $1 million, the books are going to be the one footing the bill for that. So I'm only putting up my $100. But yeah, you should be up. Tennis, I'm not going to get into it, but we've hit a tennis parlay every day since the first day of the Australian Open. I'm on a freaking heater on tennis. Golf, I'll let John Gerber, he can go check that out. He's got a great play. I do like one guy that he kind of mentioned in there. I do like Justin Rose as a top 20. I like that play. But yeah, U.S. men's hockey. Let's get into some Olympics. Some people are probably casual fans. Let me give you a little in-depth breakdown of the men taking on Latvia. Okay, you can find them at minus 3.5 goals. That's what you should do. Latvia's got all of 3 NHL players on the team. And this might be the most loaded USA men's hockey team since we've seen maybe the Miracle on Ice, which wasn't even professionals, or maybe that was the first time they had professionals. Was that like 84?
80,
so
and they did not have professionals.
Yeah, so maybe since they've had professional NHL players, this might be the most put together, well-rounded, talented U.S. men's hockey team we've seen. I believe they win gold. But I think they mop the floor or the ice, whatever analogy you want to use, with Latvia with only 3 NHL players. I think they win by more than 4 goals. And I actually think there's a bet on DraftKings over-under first period goals 1.5. I think there's more than 2 goals scored in the first period as well. That game comes on, I believe, at 2:30 Eastern time for those folks there in Columbus. And then there's a kid out of Wisconsin, the speed skater, Jordan Schultz. He won a gold medal yesterday, but he is kicking butt and taking names. He is part of the men's pursuit team. We have a very good chance to win gold medal, the USA men's do, on Tuesday. The men's pursuit, and if those that don't know, that's where they run up and push the guy from behind, and that's kind of like how they do the relay, so it can get a little crazy and wild like that. So there's another one to look out. And first-time event in the Olympics, I recommend people checking it out. It's called ski mountaineering or ski-mo. This is skiing without the chairlift, Tito. So it means they start at the beginning of the hill, and they got to traverse all the way up the mountain, change skis, and then come on back down. That's the race. So the race is to go up the mountain and then back down the mountain. It's about 2.5 miles up, about 2.5 miles down.
That sounds awful.
Well, fun to watch.
I guess.
Terrible to do.
Yes. Got 2.5 miles up and then down.
There you go. The down would be easier.
Yeah.
I'd have to get airlifted.
Well, they don't make it easy because it's
not probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Well, they don't have wheelbarrows at the top of the mountain to wheelbarrow you down, so I think they just roll you down.
They just roll me down. That's fine. It's about what I do anyway. I saw something. I'm involved in your community, and I saw there were people that were actually out there, like kind of taking your picks and then selling them to other people.
Oh, I know. No, we had. I don't want to get into too much of it, but we had somebody who was illegally taking on wagers from other members of the community, and I just wanted to disassociate myself from that.
I love the fact you
keep
do
everything above board.
There you go.
Yeah, no one person is above the community, so I don't need, especially with all the federal investigations going on with illegal bookmaking. I don't want any of that associated within our community. So I just had to disassociate ourselves from that. That's all.
One of the things I love about what you do over there, and the fact you're all transparent about your stuff, and the 100 to 1 million thing. I'm not going to. How do I put this without Bobby? I want to make sure I sound respectful, because I mean no disrespect when I say this. I'm kind of glad you lost last night, because now I can jump back on because I missed it. And if you would have gone on the run when I wasn't participating, and you would have gotten to the million, I would have been happy for you, but also kicking myself for the rest of my life. So now I get a chance to jump back on. So now I can.
So two things.
Yes.
One is you can always partake at any point. So just because I'm at 1,500, you could start with question one. So don't let that discourage you. And number two, I will say this for people following home, because people in the community bring this up. There will become a dollar amount that becomes uncomfortable for you. And when I mean you, those people listening, it's okay to pull back. Like, for instance, $1,500, I tell this to people, that's a mortgage payment for some people, depending where you live. So that money might make a difference in your life. You're never going to hear it from me, or I'm never going to make fun of you or belittle you because you decide to take the money and run. So if you're at home and you get to a point where you turn $100 into $1,500 and you want to stop, by all means, do that. Me, don't stop, won't stop, baby. Rockefeller Records, baby. We're going to $1 million. We're going to $1 million, baby. Like Lil Wayne out of the Ninth Ward down in New Orleans. Young Billy, baby, come on, let's get it. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. NOLA for life. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to win $1 million. I'm going to go down and party in New Orleans. I know Mardi Gras is going on right now. I heard if you take a lot of beads, they're very friendly down there in the French Quarter. Little beads for you, lady. Hey, ladies, little beads for you. And then give me some of that king cake and some beignets. Oh, I'm ready to go. Who's coming with?
Last time I was doing, I got some beads. I guess I was probably doing it wrong. If I'm the one getting the beads, right? I must have made a mistake somewhere along the way.
Well, you're an A cup, B cup on a good day, so things happen.
Wow,
it's all good.
Wow.
Ya Highness. So yeah, folks, go check it out. And you got any specials going on for I know. Look, I know that you, among all things, are a lover. Do you have a Valentine's Day thing going on with any kind of specials with your community?
Well, I'm a fighter and a lover, baby. I'll fight for love. But yeah, we have a Valentine's Day special. You get $14 off your monthly subscription for life. That brings it down to like $35 a month, folks. If I can't make it any cheaper for you, it's like what, $400 a year or something. If you can't afford $400 a year, sports betting's not for you. But I was going to say something inappropriate there. Anyway, yeah, just stick with me. You'll be all right. Let's just put it that way. We've always end up on the good side of things. So.
He is Ya Highness. WeWinYouWin.com. At Shut Up and Bet is where his podcast is. We'll get you out of here on this one, Ya Highness. Do you have any advice for Bobby today?
Oh, man. Get the dump button ready there, Brody, because here it comes. So I usually tell you to jump on the right foot and do the wrong thing, but your wife told me you should lick it before you stick it. I don't know if that's appropriate enough, but I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey, Grandma said hi.
There is Ya Highness. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys.
See
enjoy.
you, brother. Thank you.
He's unbelievable.
Okay. Are we going to be okay next week?
I dumped it just to
You
be
did?
safe.
Good
Yeah.
for you. Thank you for doing that, Brody.
Felt like it was the right call.
Yeah, I think
sometimes you got to pull the Amber Heard.
I think that was good on that one. Bodie, let's play What's Got You Juiced.
What's Got You Juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. For all your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Emily said she heard it.
Of course, it's on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, but it's dumped on on HD3.
I think that's the only place it's dumped.
No, it doesn't really work then.
Exactly.
Oh, YouTube's not FCC, right?
No.
We just have to be FCC for radio.
Yeah.
Oh, we also have to be. Okay.
Or maybe the stream. I don't know exactly how that works. But
what will happen on 10 TV Plus?
None of the
That
video
doesn't
stuff's
matter.
getting dumped.
Listen, they're going to
The
tell
fact that you weren't aware of that is
at 6
remarkable.
o'clock tonight how many people were killed in Columbus today. So Ya Highness saying that can't be that bad on 10 TV Plus.
So we're going to follow this up.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah, so let's hit Schlegs.
This game just encapsulates everything that is Ohio State football.
Encapsulates.
What did I say? Encapsulate?
Yeah, exactly.
Caffeinate and dominate.
Dumps right in.
He's a gem.
Well, as we juice today, guys, Thursday. Weather was feeling not as good as it was the day before yesterday, but it was still feeling pretty good yesterday. Last game before the All-Star break, the Celtics absolutely destroyed the Bulls last night. I basically stopped pretty much paying attention to that and just was purely watching the Ohio State men's game from there because that was obviously still very competitive until the end, and the Celtics game was pretty much over at halftime. So that was fun. What else has me juiced? Ya Highness has me juiced every Thursday, really every day. I've honestly never gambled before on sports in my entire life, but I might have to.
He makes you want
to. I might have to get on board here. That guy, I was really worried what he was going to give us when he said get the dump button ready. Yes. I wasn't sure if he was serious or not, but I had my finger on the trigger ready to go. But he has me juiced. Thursday, Carp. What has you juiced, sir?
Oh, goodness. Well, juiced in a negative way. The passing of a guy who I really enjoyed from a number of things when I was growing up, whether it was Dawson's Creek when I was in high school or whether it was Varsity Blues when I was still in high school. And the fact that both he and Paul Walker, the entire quarterback room for the West Canaan Coyotes, is all gone now. And looking at the pictures of who all has passed from that, it's very, very, very sad. And he passed away yesterday after his battle with colorectal cancer. I believe he was 48 years old, which is it's tough. It's tough to see. I'm looking at that like, man, the guy's like 5 years older than me. So this was one of his speeches that he threw out there in Varsity Blues, and it's a corny movie, but I love it to death, man. It is tremendous. Hit it.
Before this game started, Kilmer said, 48 minutes for the next 48 years of our lives. I say, fuck that. Right? I say, fuck that. Let's go out there and we'll play the next 24 minutes for the next 24 minutes. And we'll leave it all out on field. We got the rest of our lives to be mediocre, but we have the opportunity to play like gods for the next half of football. But we can't be afraid to lose. There's no room for fear in this game. And we go out there and we half-ass it because we're scared. All we're left with is an excuse. We're always going to wonder. But we go out there and we give it absolutely everything. That's heroic. Let's be heroes. Come on.
Who's ready?
Get up. Come on.
Stole it from Hoosiers. They stole it from Hoosiers.
The slow clap?
Yes, that's from Hoosiers.
That's the slow clap.
It's
Is
hacky.
from Hoosiers.
It's from
I think
Hoosiers.
it's from life.
Yes. You got Khan over there in the corner as Tweeter clapping it up. He's like one of the only main characters that's still alive. And just kind of wild to see. So it's a Thursday. Juiced up about that Ohio State victory. Hopefully they can throw a couple more on there and beef up that tournament resume. They can just go over 500 the rest of the season. I think that'll probably get them in. And once you're in, anything can happen.
Exactly right on that one, Bob.
So that's got me juiced up there and pulling for Jake Diebler. He's a great guy, and I think he's going to be a good coach. I think he's on his way to being there. It takes some time, though. I mean, I'll guarantee this. Jake will tell you he hadn't made every right decision along the way, but he's a smart dude. He does it the right way, and I think that he's going to continue to get better and better and better as that program continues to improve. And that's just the reality of it. That's got me juiced today. Thitoff, what's got you juiced?
Bob, when I started to think what I was going to say, what's got me juiced, I immediately thought of Rocky and Rocky IV after beating Drago. If I can change, then you can change.
Everybody can change.
Everybody can change. And this is where I'm going with this. It's when my mom passed away last week, and since it happened, I've had a certain calmness about me, and I've appreciated all the people that reached out to me about it. But like also, I learned something about, well, I don't know what that was, Bodie. If it was going to be dramatic music, I was ready for it. That was impressive. Somebody's playing something. Anyway, but my parents been divorced for, God, I was 9 years old, so they were divorced 45 years. But I learned something from my father. We always learn from our parents, even in the afterlife. When they're gone, we learn from them still. But my father, though, with the passing of my mom, who...
Mother a ghost?
No, but what I'm saying is, though...
Continue,
My father,
Yoda?
though, he maybe, we're not sure on that one, Bob. It depends how much I drink before I go to sleep. But if I have Chinese food also. But my father, though, he showed such compassion and grace to our family, even though he was not on great terms with my mom when she passed away. But it inspired me.
Kind of like Four Christmases.
Kind of like
due
that.
respect.
Yes. But it's something, though, that has actually had a very positive effect on me just over the last, like, say, 10 days or so, whatever it's been. That as far as and how I deal with people, how I deal with situations in my life. And so, yes, I would say this, the last, and not that I wish anybody's parents to meet their demise, but, like, I've been able to find positive through this with the passing of my mom and the way my family has bonded together through all of this. And it's been a very uplifting thing for me.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been a good thing. I feel like I've been in a better mood overall in life. I feel like for the last, I know it's just a very short sample size, but I feel like lately I've been a better father, husband, friend, and person. And honestly, even though you're not going to invite me to play soda, a better coworker. But I feel like
better.
Well,
better effort, maybe.
There we go. Thank you. I appreciate that, Bob. But it's like it's an interesting thing going through that and finding positives in such a sad experience.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, all it took was your mom dying for you to kind of turn your life around.
That's
great.
Well, first of all, turn it around.
Some life advice to everybody.
Okay, wait. Now,
if you want to turn it around, just wait for a parent to pass, and then maybe you'll start to reflect and realize, something traumatic. Passing of a loved one, very significant to you, close.
Just because you say with all due respect doesn't mean you can say whatever you want.
Hell if it
does. Sure as hell does. It's in the Geneva Convention.
Based on your response to that, Bob, first of all, when you started to say turn that around, I started to think of a Ya Highness line coming, and I'm glad it didn't, because we can't dump too many things. But now that I say it out loud, it does sound like I did say that all you need is a parent to die to turn your life around. I'm not sure if that's a T-shirt or if that's like a motto or what that is.
T-shirts. Whatever happened to our T-shirts?
I was told that was delayed slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah. Romo would always say, he's like, it's not him. I don't know where he got the quote. I looked it up. But he would say every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around. So whether it's your mom passing or just something else in life, hopefully you realize that. And I would always grab to the fact that, whenever there's bad things going on and tough things happen in your life, that the darkest hour is just before the dawn. So as things really get bad, that's when usually they start to then in turn get better. So you don't realize it at the time, but later you look back and see it. So I'm happy for you, Tito.
Thank you. If you stay on the YouTube, you'll see me and Bobby hug after this. Thanks so much for tuning in. Are we going to have Breer on tomorrow?
He said he would come on tomorrow.
All right.
Ready to go. He said he forgot and had some things going on.
That's
it's probably
fine.
a pretty busy season for him.
I bet it is. We'll get Breer. We'll get AJ on tomorrow. They're both back from the West Coast, so that's